Good morning, good evening, good night. Today, I'm going to teach you how to instantly level up and become unrecognizable, even if you're stuck in a rut right now. But first, a little backstory on me. My name is Nathaniel Williams. I was born in the UK. I decided to quit my 9 to 5 Uber driving job and have now relocated to Thailand. My life has drastically changed in a short space of time. On the left, this is me. This person was very self-conscious. This person was lacking in confidence. This person was an introvert only a short time ago. And this is the most recent picture of me in Thailand training Muay Thai. So my life has drastically changed within a short space of time. As you can see, I've transformed from being a low in confidence introvert to leveling up in every possible measurable metric and relocating to an exotic country. So let's get into some actionable steps you can take to start your journey of self-improvement today. Number one, upgrade your body. Upgrading your body builds strength, energy, and confidence, which sets the foundation for success in every other area of life. A fit, disciplined body also reflects self-respect and earns respect from others. When you have a physical presence, you garner respect. Any room that you walk into, you garner respect. Why? Because it's not easy to attain. You can't go to the gym one day and look like this. It's impossible. This physique shown at the bottom comes from months and even years of hard work, a structured diet plan, and a structured workout schedule. What I would advise and steps that you could take today in order to upgrade your body and upgrade your fitness is do 50 push-ups. Now, I understand not everyone can do 50 push-ups, so if you are intermediate, I would suggest split them up into smaller sets. So 10 sets of 5 is pretty standard. I think most people can do that. If you are unable to complete 10 sets of 5, then split it up into smaller sets and or start with 5 full push-ups or knee assisted push-ups to decrease the intensity. Drink 2 liters of water a day, pretty standard. I mean, when you're hydrated, you can function at a better capacity. When you're dehydrated, you feel sluggish, you feel unmotivated. Having an adequate amount of water does have psychological benefits that not many people know. Your body is made up of 70% water, so you need to be replenishing yourself on a regular basis. Cook 1 healthy meal a day. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say cook. However, I do predominantly cook when I can, when I have the time to. This is more aimed at eating clean. You want to be eating single ingredient foods ideally when you can. So that's chicken, that's rice, that's eggs, that's avocados, that's sweet potato. If a rule of thumb that I generally go by is if you look at the back of the on the ingredient section, if there's more than 5 ingredients, then you don't want to be consuming that. The saying goes, you are what you eat. I do believe that. If you're eating McDonald's every single day, you aren't gonna feel the best, and you are not gonna be operating at your true highest potential. Adequate sleep. Aim to sleep before 11 p.m. Having a good sleeping schedule is just a part of, being a responsible adult, in my view. When you get adequate sleep, you wake up feel refreshed, you wake up ready to kill the day, you wake up with a sense of purpose when you get adequate sleep. Yes, there are outliers such as Elon Musk, such as Donald Trump, who have publicly stated that they can go, or they usually go 4 hours a night on sleep. I don't. For most majority of people, that's not productive. That can't happen. You need to be getting at least 6 minimum. I often get 6 hours of sleep, and then I wake up feeling energized and ready to kill the day. This one is pretty standard. It should be a norm, but a lot of people I see on a day-to-day basis walking around looking like they're homeless, or looking like they've just woken up. When you are stepping outside, you never know who you could meet, so you need to be somewhat presentable at all times. This means cleanly shaved. This means dressing well to suit your style, to suit your personality traits, and smelling good, of course. Build a strong mindset, number 2 on the list. A strong mindset helps young men stay disciplined and resilient when facing challenges. It turns setbacks into growth opportunities and keeps them focused on long-term success. This is 100% true. Write down a few actionable steps. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. Ideally in the morning, but it can be done at night. I would suggest a journal. I've got my journal with me pretty much at all times. For a lot of the times we kind of just live life and we don't actually appreciate what we have. If you've got a roof over your head, if you've got a stable job, if you've got an income coming in, if you're healthy, you know, these are all things you should be grateful for. A lot of time, us humans in general, it's human nature to but to highlight negatives rather than being appreciative of the positive things that we have in our lives. So definitely recommended to write down what you're grateful for on a daily basis. Spend 15 minutes in silence. This is pretty much connected to this point. It's good to take time to yourself. We all live busy lives. We're all always on the go, getting pulled from pillar to post. So from time to time, it is beneficial to take time for yourself, even if it's 15 minutes a day. This can be done through meditation, journaling, prayer, going for a walk, going for a run, anything that gives you time to yourself and your thoughts. Start every day with a small win. This is very important. I like to start my days with a small win, however small it is. Examples of small wins you could start today to help you build a strong mindset is making your bed, fasting until 12 p.m. This is a big one that I do fairly frequently, especially when I'm cutting weight. If I'm building muscle, then I tend to eat upwards of 3 times a day, but if I'm cutting weight, I will prolong the first break fast until after 12 p.m. There are a lot of studies that proves the psychological and health benefits of fasting, so I would urge you to do some research on what benefits fasting has for the body and implement that into your daily routine to build discipline to aid you in building a strong mindset. Another example is waking up early and going to the gym. Waking up early and going to the gym, for me, I did that for many, many years. When I fully recover from my injuries, I will be doing this again. I'll be getting up early and starting the day with a Muay Thai session at 7 a.m. There's a reason they are so early. Waking up and going to the gym at sub 8 a.m. the gym is always empty, which tells you that majority of people do not enjoy waking up early and go to the gym. They would rather wake up late, go to the gym during the day, or go to the gym at night, which is the peak hours, which I despise. I would rather get it done in the morning and set a precedent for the day. Improving your financial gain. This is probably the most difficult one. It cannot be done today. However, you can set the foundations. You can lay the first bricks today of your journey. Improving your financial situation gives you freedom, security, and the ability to create opportunities for yourself. Money managed wisely also brings confidence and independence, reducing stress about the future. They say money doesn't buy happiness. I agree to a certain extent. However, money can buy you freedom, which to me is happiness, each to their own. But if I am 100% financially free and secure, I know for a fact I'm content with life now and I'm not financially free. So if I was to be financially free, I only anticipate that, yeah, my overall life would improve tenfold. Improving financial game is vitally important. A step you can take today is decreasing your liabilities and increasing your assets. Cancel one app you don't use. We have a lot of apps on our phone which are just distractions. They provide no value to us. Off the top of my head, I can think of TikTok, I can think of Instagram. If you're not creating, if you're creating, then it's an asset. If you're not, then it's a liability, because you're just living vicariously through other people's lives and wasting time. Netflix, waste of time. That's something I would delete. I would only consume and have apps that will have a positive impact on me, either mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, but that's just me. So yeah, one step you can take: cancel one app a week that you don't use, put money aside for investing, and don't spend it under any circumstances. This is all about financial planning. You should have an idea of how your money is going to be spent before it reaches your bank account. If you get paid and live pay to paycheck, if you are receiving, let's say, $1,500 or pounds a month, you should be setting, in my opinion, 25% of that to invest in low risk assets, high cap cryptocurrencies, stocks, etc. 25% should be parked into maybe a savings account or just somewhere aside for your future self, and the other 50% would mainly go on living expenses, because at the end of the day, we have to live. We have rent to pay, we have groceries and shopping to do, we have travel, we have day-to-day mandatory expenses that we have to adhere to. So easy split: 1,500, 25% into investing. You don't touch, you don't look at that, you just leave it in there. 25% to saving for a rainy day, as they say, and then 50% to live on. Watch a YouTube video on the financial systems and the history of money in order to build wealth. You have to understand money to make or take money. You have to understand how money is made. It is printed at the Bank of England if you're in the UK, and it is printed at the Federal Reserve if you're in the US. You need to understand that the dollar is the global reserve currency, and understand why it is and what impact that has on the rest of the currencies internationally. You need to understand the gold standard, the Bretton Woods system, all these financial systems you need to understand. There's a video on YouTube called The History of Money, which has a timeline, exactly how money works, how it started, why it started, and the fact that money isn't real, it's just an illusion. Brainstorm 3 skills you want to learn that could increase your income. This is one I advocate for, and it kind of ties in to what I was saying about building a strong mindset. You should only be consuming content that has a positive impact on you and is beneficial to your life. You can learn online skills such as, there's many: copywriting, such as trading, such as editing. When you become experienced in said skills, you can potentially have unlimited room for growth and and build a side hustle for yourself, or transition from working a 9-to-5 job, as I have, to making money online. This is just a picture of me at a luxury condo in Thailand recently, and me in England at a spa. So just showing me living somewhat successful existence. Next, elevate your social circle. For a very long time, I was someone who embraced solitude and thought I was a one-man soldier and I could do it all on my own. But as I've gotten older, gotten wiser, I understand that you need to be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. But as I've gotten older, gotten wiser, I understand that you need to be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Elevating your social circle: surround us with people who inspire growth instead of holding you back. The right connections open doors, sharpen your mindset, and push you towards becoming your best self. There is a saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I do agree. You need to be spending the majority of your time with successful, or if not successful, people with a success-driven mindset. This is me in the fight gym, post sparring with a amateur boxer, and we decided to take a quick flick. I was actually training for my first white collar fight in this photo, so yeah, surround yourself with winners. This is a very recent photo of me training with killers in Thailand. There's about 20, 25, I think there's about 20 of us in this photo. Every single person in this has a iron bulletproof mindset. They are all winners. We are all elevating together and learning a new skill and pushing ourselves to the limits in the exotic Thailand. Actionable steps you can take: text or call one person you admire or value just to check in. So yeah, check in the people who are close to you. Make sure that you are keeping positive people around you. Remove or mute toxic accounts or friends on social media. This is a big one. A lot of people, I see, they're following gossip accounts, they're following low vibrational accounts, people that just like to party and provide zero value. That is something I do not do. The only people I am following is people I am inspired by, people who are on the same path as me, or I know personally, or people who who pique my interest. Really, I'm not following low vibrational content whatsoever. I limit that. Oh, and I'm not following women primarily unless I know them. That's another big one. A lot of guys I see are just following the latest Instagram models and the latest OnlyFans models. That is a waste of time. Join online group communities that match your interests or goals. There are many ways to do this. There are Reddit, a lot of Reddit communities who are focused on fitness, self-improvement, improving your life in general. I would recommend to join those communities and integrate yourself with people who have the same interest or goals as you. That is definitely beneficial. You can make a lot of connections by doing that alone. Type in Reddit, for example, type in Reddit fitness, type in Reddit self-improvement, type in Reddit financial freedom, travel, whatever piques your curiosity and you are interested in. You'll definitely find a community which is aligned with your goals by doing this. Compliment or encourage someone in person or online today. Throughout the years, I've been someone who does this on a regular basis. If I see something I like, I will just drop them a fire emoji. I will put the strong arm in the comments just to show support. I've never been someone who looks at someone's success and hates them. Negative mindset sort of people you want to stay away from. Anything I like which is positive, whether it's building a platform for themselves or providing content which is beneficial and inspirational for people, I tend to support them in any way I can. Identify 5 people who are on a similar path to you and arrange to meet up with them and discuss a plan on how you're going to escape the rat race. When you are meeting with so-called friends, and this ties into each point really, arrange meetings with like-minded people and discuss how you are going to escape it. Discuss content ideas, sit down, discuss what are ways that wealth can be built online, set up a plan and implement that plan. It is easier if you have a circle around you of people, like-minded people who are doing the same, because you can hold each other accountable and you have a support system rather than doing it all on your own, which is very difficult to do. Number 5 and final point, build confidence and purpose. Building confidence allows you to take action without fear and lead with certainty. It creates opportunities in relationships, career, and personal growth by making others trust and respect them. That is 100% true. Actionable steps. Do one thing that scares you. Here is me. Now, to some people, this might not seem as something that is abnormal or scary. However, this was my first time on a bike. I came to Thailand. The second day, I went straight to the bike shop and I said, I need a bike. I haven't driven since I was a kid, 15 years maybe. But I said to myself, yeah, let me rent a bike and just teach myself how to learn, which is, to me, it's all subjective, but to me, that is something that is taking me out of my comfort zone. So do one thing that scares you, start a conversation, post content, sign up for something that takes you out of your comfort zone. This could be signing up for a white collar fight if you're in the West, or sign up for a fight gym, present at a social event. There's so many things that could be deemed scary to you. Anything that takes you out of your comfort zone. Go bungee jumping, jump out of a plane. Anything that takes you out of your comfort zone, I advise you to do it. Write down your 3 top short-term goals and 1 step for each. You cannot become a man if you don't have goals. If you are living life day to day with no plan, you are just destined for a downward spiral of unfulfillment. In my opinion, you need to be striving and waking up every single day with a purpose and goals that you need to hit. That is a part of being a man. That is the masculine urge at the end of the day. These 2 points, this especially is very important. Stand in front of a mirror and practice good posture and eye contact. Your body language speaks before you do. Let me give you a quick example of this. If I was presenting this presentation like this with no eye contact and my arms crossed like this, looking away like this is weak body language. If you notice throughout this presentation, I'm sitting back, shoulders out. You can't see my legs, but my body is in an open posture. I'm looking chin up directly at the camera. These are all positive body languages. They need to be practiced. When you're at home, just sit in the chair and be conscious of how you would look if someone was looking at you. How you need to think of it is like you are being watched all the time and you are being judged all the time. That's personally how I started in terms of perfecting my body language. We're not perfect, of course. Sometimes it does slip, but when you are conscious of your body language at the start, you will be consciously thinking, okay, how do I look at the moment? Is my shoulders back? Am I looking people in the eye? Am I talking clearly and concisely and precisely? But after a while, it just becomes natural. But through practice and repetitions, it does just become a natural occurrence. You don't think about it consciously. It's more of a subconscious thought that goes through your mind. But yeah, definitely practice. Look in the mirror, practice good posture and eye contact when speaking to people. Say no to 1 distraction a week. Video games, junk food, mindless scrolling. We all have our vices that we like to do in our downtime, which is a waste of time. Watching Netflix, playing games, eating junk food, drinking, going out partying, waste of time. Waste of time. On the odd occasion, yes, if it's your best friend's birthday and they want to go out for a drink, okay, fair enough. Once a month maximum, but there's people that literally live to party and live to go out drinking, which you are not going to get anywhere in life unless you are documenting that and turning that into a source of income. Then I guess I am completely against it, but I guess I can kind of make an argument for that person partaking in those activities. But for the average person who is just wasting time and money, there is not a lot of benefits to these vices. We will conclude with a Leonardo Da Vinci the Great quote, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. As I said, you have to take action. It's all good having a journal full of ideas, but if you don't implement them, they will never become a reality. They will just stay a dream. You have to sit down with yourself, analyze your life, and think to myself, okay, what position am I currently in, and what position do I want to get to, and action it. The key component to leveling up is taking action. You must take action today. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming with a magic wand. You don't have any fairy godparents or a magic genie who's coming to save you. You need to be brutally honest with yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I'm not happy with myself. I need to become successful. I need to have influence. I need to be financially free. I need to make an impact on this world. So if you've taken any value from this, subscribe for more self-improvement content. There's going to be a lot more content from this channel. If you are interested in self-improvement, leveling up your fitness game, leveling up your financial game, leveling up and building a strong, bulletproof mindset, we will do this together. I will help you. Follow me on Instagram, Get Straight Active. DM me, I will assist you where I can, but I am very receptive. I will respond to DMs. I'm not one of these guys who will just ignore. If I can and I see it, I will get to your DMs. So make sure you subscribe to me make sure you subscribe to this channel and you follow me on Instagram. I will be posting, and I do post a lot of fighting content and self-improvement content on Instagram. So until the next time, thank you for watching. Enjoy the journey. Peace.